Dear students, welcome to my 7th class on Module 2, Conformal Transformation and Complex Integration. In this lecture video, we're gonna see about conformal transformation. So in this concept, mainly we'll be discussing three conformal transformation. The first one is W is equal to Z square, second one is W is equal to E power Z, and third one is W is equal to Z plus 1 by Z. What is transformation? The transformation of u is equal to u of x comma y and v is equal to v of x comma y between the points in the z plane and w plane is called a mapping or transformation of point in the z plane into the points of the w plane by a function. So here the transformation is happening between the points of z plane into the points of w plane by using a particular function. What is conformal? If the transformation is such that the angle in between C1 and C2 at the points x0, y0 is equal to both in magnitude and sense to the angle between C1 and C2 at the points u0, v0. So then the transformation or mapping is said to be conformal at the points x0, y0. So in the given two figures, we can see that the transformation is happening between XOY plane onto the UOV plane. Isogonal. If the transformation preserves the magnitude at the angles but not in the sense, then the transformation is called an isogonal transformation. So from the two figures they have given, we can observe the isogonal transformation between them. The first transformation is W is equal to Z square. Discuss the transformation of W is equal to Z square, or find the images in the W plane corresponding to the straight lines x is equal to a and y is equal to b under the transformation W is equal to Z square. Indicate the region with sketches. So given that W is equal to Z square is a function, now I'm going to differentiate the given equation with respect to z. So I'll be getting dw by dz is equal to 2z, which is not equal to 0 except at the point z is equal to 0. So hence we can say that this function w is equal to z square is conformal except at the origin point. Now I'm going to replace z is equal to x plus iy as a complex number and w is equal to u plus iv as a complex variable in the given expression w is equal to z square. So after replacing that, I got the equation like u plus iv is equal to x plus iy whole square. By expanding this, we'll be getting x square plus iy whole square plus 2ixy, and I square is minus 1, so it will become minus y square there. So I got the equation x square plus 2ixy minus y square I got as u plus iv. Now comparing the coefficients of u and v in both the sides, so I got the equation like u is equal to x square minus v square and v is equal to 2xy. I'll be calling u is equal to x square minus y square as equation number 1 and v is equal to 2xy as equation number 2. Now this transformation is falling onto two cases. The first case is when x equal to constant. Say x is equal to a, which is a positive constant that is greater than 0. And this x is equal to a represents a family of straight line which is parallel to y-axis. Now I am going to replace this x is equal to a in the equation number 1 and 2. After replacing that, I got u is equal to a square minus y square and v is equal to 2ay. So now from these two equations we have to eliminate the variable y. So to eliminate the variable y, I am going to represent the v is equal to 2ay equation as in y in terms of v variable. So that is, I am shifting the 2a to LHS. I got the equation y is equal to v by 2a. Now to eliminate y, I am going to replace this y is equal to v by 2a in the u is equal to a square minus y square. So I got the equation u is equal to a square minus v by 2a whole square. Expanding this, we'll be getting u is equal to a square minus v square by 4a square. Or on shifting and taking LCM, we'll be getting 4a square u is equal to 4a power 4 minus v square. I am shifting v square to LHS and 4a square u to RHS and taking 4a square common factor. I got the equation v square is equal to 4a square into a square minus u. Or taking a minus common, I'll be getting v square is equal to minus 4a square into u minus a square. So I'll be calling this as equation number 3, and this equation 3 is called a parabola in the negative u direction in the w plane. So hence we can say that in the case 1, the family of straight lines in the z plane has been transformed into a family of parabolas in the negative u direction. So the graph is showing in the z plane we have family of straight lines x is equal to a, which is parallel to y axis. After transformation I got a family of parabolas in the negative u direction in the w plane. Case 2, let y is equal to b, where b is a constant and this b is a positive constant that is greater than 0. So this y is equal to b represents a family of straight line and which is parallel to x axis in the z plane. Now I am going to replace y is equal to b in the equation number 1 and 2. After replacing, I'll be getting u is equal to x square minus b square and v is equal to 2xp. Now I am going to eliminate x from both the equations. So for that, I am changing this v is equal to 2xp in terms of x is equal to v form. That is, I got the equation x is equal to v by 2b by taking 2b to LHS. Now I am going to replace this x is equal to v by 2b in this equation u is equal to x square minus b square to eliminate x. So I got the equation of the form u is equal to v by 2b whole square minus b square. It implies I got u is equal to v square by 4b square minus b square. By taking LCM, we'll be getting u is equal to v square minus 4b power 4 minus by 4b square, or it will become v square is equal to 4b square u plus 4b power 4. By taking this 4b square to LHS and keeping v square here only and shifting minus 4b power 4 to LHS. So I got this equation. So now from this one I'm taking 4b square common factor. So I got the equation v square is equal to 4b square into u plus b square. So it's a family of parabola in the direction of positive u axis in the w plane. So hence we can say that the family of straight lines y is equal to b, which is positive or which is parallel to y x axis, has been transformed into w plane as a family of parabolas in the positive u direction. So I got the curves like this. So this is the family of straight line y is equal to b parallel to y x axis, and it is transformed into a family of parabolas in the positive u direction which is in the w plane. So hence we can conclude that the transformation w is equal to z square transforms a family of straight lines x is equal to a, which is parallel to y axis, into a family of parabola in the negative u direction, and transforming y is equal to b, a family of straight line which is parallel to x axis has been transformed into a family of parabolas in the positive u direction in the w plane. Next one is transformation of w is equal to e power z. So discuss the transformation of w is equal to e power z. So take the equation first. So consider w is equal to e power z. On differentiating this equation with respect to z, I'll be getting dw by dz is not equal to 0 for any value of z. So now the transformation w is equal to e power z is conformal for all the values of z. So now I'm going to consider z is equal to x plus iy and w is equal to u plus iv in the equation w is equal to e power z. After replacing this, I got the equation u plus iv is equal to e power x plus iy. So on expanding this, we'll be getting e power x into e power iy. This e power iy is called cos y plus I sin y. So I got the equation e power x cos y plus I sin y. On taking e power x inside, I'll be getting u plus iv is equal to e power x cos y plus e power x sin y. By comparing the coefficients, I got u is equal to e power x cos y plus v is equal to e power x sin y. So call this one as equation number 1. So now this transformation is falling into 4 cases. The first case is I'm taking x is equal to a, where a is a constant, and this x is equal to a is a family of straight line which is parallel to y axis in the z plane. So now I'm replacing x is equal to a in the equation number 1. I got u is equal to e power a cos y and v is equal to e power a sin y. Now we have to eliminate the variable y from both u and v. For that, I'm squaring and adding the equations u and v. So squaring and adding, I got e power 2a cos square y plus e power 2a sin square y. By taking e power 2a common factor, I got e power 2a into cos square y plus sin square y, and we know that cos square y plus sin square y is 1. So I got the equation u square plus v square is equal to e power 2a. So this in the form of x square plus y square is equal to r square. So hence we can say that this u square plus v square is equal to e power 2a is a circle of radius e power a and center at origin. So hence we can say that the family of straight lines in the z plane has been transformed into a family of circle with center at origin and radius a. So in the figure we can see that, so this is a family of straight line x equal to a which is parallel to y axis. Like after transformation, I got a family of circles with center at 0 and radius e power a in the w plane. Case number 2, let y is equal to b, where b is a constant. So this y is equal to b is called a family of straight line which is parallel to x axis in the z plane. Now I'm going to replace y is equal to b in the equation number 1. I got u is equal to e power x cos b, v is equal to e power x sin b. Now we have to eliminate the variable x. So I'm going to cancel e power x by dividing the equations u and v. So u divides v implies e power x cos b by e power x sin b. I can cancel e power x. I got u by b is equal to cot b because cos b by sin b is cot b. I got v is equal to u tan b. So this v is equal to u tan b is a family of straight line passing through origin with a slope of m is equal to tan b. So now after transformation, the family of straight line which is parallel to x axis has been transformed into a family of straight line which is passing through origin with a slope of m is equal to tan b. So in the figure we can see that in the z plane we have family of straight line y is equal to b which is parallel to x axis has been transformed into family of straight line which is passing through origin with a slope of m is equal to tan b in the w plane. Case number 3, let x is equal to 0. This x is equal to 0 is called an imaginary axis in the z plane. So now I'm going to replace x is equal to 0 in the equation number 1. I got u cos y and v sin y because the value of e equal to 0 will become 1 when x is equal to 0. So I got the equations u cos y and v sin y. Now we have to eliminate the variable v. So for that I'm going to square and add both the equations. So after squaring and adding, I got u square plus v square is equal to cos square y plus sin square y. Hence I got the value of u square plus v square is equal to 1. It is nothing but a circle with of radius 1 with center at origin. Now after transformation that x is equal to 0, I got a circle u square plus v square is equal to 1. It is nothing but a circle with center at origin and radius is equal to unity in the w plane. Case number 4, I'm taking y is equal to 0. This y is equal to 0 is called real axis in the z plane. So now I'm replacing y is equal to 0 in the equation. So I got the equations like u is equal to e power x cos 0 and v is equal to e power x sin 0. We know that cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So I got the equations u is equal to e power x and v is equal to 0. So this v is equal to 0 represents an real axis in the w plane. So now and here we can see that the line y is equal to 0 has been transformed into v is equal to 0 in the w plane. So hence we can conclude that the transformation w is equal to e power z transforms a family of straight lines x is equal to a which is parallel to y axis in terms of circle, and also the family of straight line y is equal to b parallel to x axis has been transformed into a straight line which is passing through origin with a slope of m is equal to tan b. Third transformation is w is equal to z plus 1 by z. So discuss the transformation of w is equal to z plus 1 by z. So now dw by dz will become 1 minus 1 by z square. So hence we can say that this dw by dz is equal to 0 at the point z is equal to plus or minus 1. So hence we can say that the transformation w is equal to z plus 1 by z is not conformal at the point z is equal to plus or minus 1. So now the function having z plus 1 by z, so for this purpose I'm going to use the complex number in terms of polar form. So I'm going to replace z is equal to r into e power I theta and w is equal to u plus iv in the above equation. So I got the equation like u plus iv is equal to r into e power I theta plus 1 by r into e power I theta. So it will become u plus ib is equal to r e power I theta plus 1 by r into e power minus I theta. So e power I theta is nothing but cos theta plus I sin theta, and e power minus I theta is called cos theta minus I sin theta. Now I am going to replace both the values here. So I will be getting r into cos theta plus I sin theta plus 1 by r into cos theta minus I sin theta. So by multiplying r and 1 by r in the equation, I got u plus iv is equal to r plus 1 by r cos theta plus I into r minus 1 by r sin theta. Now by comparing the coefficients, I got the values of u and v. U is equal to r plus 1 by r cos theta and v is equal to r minus 1 by r sin theta, and call this one as equation number 1. So now I'm going to eliminate the theta from the equation in the case 1. So for that I'm squaring and adding the equation. I got u square by r plus 1 by r whole square plus v square by r minus 1 by r whole square is equal to cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. I'll be calling this as equation number 2. Now I'm going to replace r is equal to a, where a is not equal to 1 and this a is a constant, and this r is equal to a is called a circle in the z plane with center at origin. So now after replacing r is equal to a, I got the equation u square by a plus 1 by a whole square plus v square by a minus 1 by a whole square is equal to 1 is called ellipse in the w plane. Like we can say that, like after transformation we got ellipse having the center at origin in the w plane. So we can see that, so the circle in the z plane has been transformed into an ellipse in the w plane. Case number 2, now I am going to eliminate r term from the equation number 1. So for that I am squaring and subtracting both the variables u and v. So that is u square by cos square theta minus v square by sin square theta is equal to r plus 1 by r whole square minus r minus 1 by r whole square. It will be equal to 4. Now I am going to replace the angle theta as b, where b is a constant, and this line will be called as an radial line in the z plane. So like after replacing this theta is equal to b, I got the equation u square by cos square b minus v square by sin square b is equal to 4, and this equation is called an hyperbola in the w plane. So like after transformation we got an hyperbola in the w plane. So hence you can conclude that the transformation w is equal to z plus 1 by z, which transforms the circle with center at origin to ellipse, and then radial lines into an hyperbola having the center at origin. Okay, in the next lecture video, we'll be discussing the concept of bilinear transformation and problems on bilinear transformation. Thank you.